California Governor Gavin Newsom has launched a blistering counterattack against former President Donald Trump, flipping the script on Trump's aggressive tactics by adopting his signature all-caps rants, personal insults, and relentless social media jabs. Targeting Trump's policies on redistricting, tariffs, taxes, and social issues, Newsom paints him as an incompetent leader whose actions harm Americans while rallying Democrats to fight back with equal ferocity. This bold strategy marks a pivotal moment, showing that progressives are ready to confront MAGA head-on in defense of democracy, redistricting. Newsom's bold ultimatum. The spark for Newsom's offensive was a fiery, all-caps post mirroring Trump's own bombastic style. Donald Trump, if you do not stand down, we will be forced to lead an effort to redraw the maps in California to offset the rigging of maps in red states. But if the other states call off their redistricting efforts, we will do the same. This wasn't just rhetoric. It was a direct challenge to Republican gerrymandering efforts in states like Texas, where Trump allegedly discussed entitling 5 congressional seats with Governor Greg Abbott. Gerrymandering, named after 19th century Governor Elbridge Gerry, has long been a tool to manipulate electoral maps, and Republicans have used it to entrench power in red states. California, with its 55 electoral votes and Democratic supermajority, could counter this by redrawing its maps through a voter-approved initiative, potentially adding Democratic-leaning seats to neutralize GOP gains. This move exposes the fragility of Trump's strategy, showing that blue states can fight back. Newsom's conditional offer, if red states stop, so will California, frames him as a defender of fairness, contrasting with Trump's win-at-all-costs approach. Such a standoff could reshape Congress, creating gridlock on issues like immigration or taxes, and it signals a new era of Democratic assertiveness. Personal attacks. Clashing with Chung. The feud turned personal when Trump's communications director, Stephen Chung, called Newsom a loser of the highest order, who will never be president no matter how hard he prostitutes himself to the press. Newsom fired back with a photo of Chung in the Oval Office, quipping, "A guy like you, Stephen Chung, would know a lot about prostituting yourself, wouldn't you?" This sharp retort flips Trump's tactic of crude insults, undermining Chung's credibility while energizing progressives who want a fighter. The exchange reflects the MAGA fear that Newsom's rising profile could make him a 2028 contender. By engaging on Trump's level, Newsom risks alienating moderates, but gains traction with those tired of passive Democratic responses. This clash underscores the cultural divide in politics, where personal loyalty to Trump often overshadows substance, and Newsom's willingness to mock it keeps Trump's team on the defensive. Tariffs and economic pain. Newsom also targeted Trump's economic policies, particularly his tariffs, which he blamed for the closure of a Spanish grocery in Berkeley. Donald Trump, the extremely low IQ president, is forcing American businesses to close because of his tariffs. "He's an incompetent loser," Newsom posted. This attack hits Trump's ego by questioning his intelligence while tying his policies to real-world harm. Tariffs, a key part of Trump's America First agenda, have raised costs for consumers and disrupted businesses since his first term. The Berkeley closure resonates with voters feeling economic strain, and Newsom's low IQ jab mirrors Trump's insults like Sleepy Joe. While risky, this tactic forces Trump to justify policies that hurt small businesses, exposing the gap between his populist rhetoric and corporate-friendly outcomes. Tax policy. Exposing wealth transfers. Newsom's most potent critique came with a Congressional Budget Office, CBO, report showing Trump's tax bill would cut low-income Americans' income by $1,200 annually while boosting the richest by $13,600. Trump's signature legislation is one of the largest transfers of wealth in this nation's history. The party of the working class? Not so much, Newsom declared. This undercuts Trump's claim to represent the working class, as $1,200 is critical for families earning $75,000 or less, while $13,600 is negligible for the wealthy. The CBO's credibility, led by a Republican appointee, makes this hard to dismiss. Newsom's framing of Trump as stealing from the poor to give to the rich is a powerful narrative that could sway swing state voters concerned about economic fairness. Social issues. Calling out extremism. Newsom also tackled MAGA's social extremism, slamming a push to overturn same-sex marriage as absolutely disgusting and tying it to Trump's Project 2025. He also criticized Defense Secretary nominee Pete Hegseth for reposting a pastor's claim that women are only for birthing and shouldn't vote, calling him a MAGA misogynist against girls' advancement. These attacks rally progressives by highlighting threats to civil rights while exposing extremism that alienates moderates. With strong public support for marriage equality, Newsom's outrage positions Democrats as defenders of inclusivity against a regressive MAGA agenda. Cultural jabs, mockery, and memes. Newsom's cultural warfare included mocking Trump for hiding Obama's White House portrait, writing, "Small men hide from history's giants," a dig at Trump's insecurity, and a nod to Stormy Daniels' infamous description. He also posted a photo of Trump eating a taco salad, sarcastically noting, "Today's White House menu, taco salad, everybody," linking Trump's performative gestures to harmful tariffs. These jabs use humor to energize Democrats and distract Trump's base, leveraging meme culture to shape public perception. Authoritarianism, National Guard, and police takeover. Newsom warned of Trump's dictatorial tendencies, criticizing his National Guard deployment to D.C. and takeover of the Metropolitan Police Department. "Here's what you can expect, D.C., now that the president wants to cosplay as a dictator," he said, calling it performative with no meaningful impact. He also targeted Attorney General nominee Pam Bondi, accusing her of covering up Epstein's sex trafficking. These attacks frame Trump as a threat to democracy, tapping into fears of authoritarianism seen in his January 6th actions. Media and pop culture, using Fox and South Park. Newsom cleverly used conservative media, sharing a Fox News segment admitting immigration crackdowns caused farm labor shortages. Even Fox can't hide. Stephen Miller's mass deportation agenda is wiping out the workers who feed America, he wrote. He also capitalized on South Park's mockery of Kristi Noem with his office stating, "Pretty rich coming from the lady who believes looking Latino is enough for IC to roll up on you." These moves amplify MAGA's failures using their own platforms and pop culture's reach. The letter and video, a direct call to action. Newsom's formal letter reiterated his redistricting threat, while his selfie video was a commanding call to action. "Hey, President Trump, it's time to stand down. It's time to tell Greg Abbott to stand down. Democracy is at risk." Invoking the enduring values of our founding fathers, Newsom framed the fight as a defense of American ideals, making the video a viral-ready moment for YouTube and social media.